Hello everyone. I want to share with you how I can afford to have frugal meals and a balanced diet without spending too much money. So these are leg quarters, and you can find these for about $5. Sometimes they're on sale $4.50, $3.99. And these are 10 pounds, and these cost me $4.50. So here I have all the thighs and the chicken legs, and here I have all the kind of the backbones, kind of those things. So what I'm gonna do with these, I'm going to boil these and make chicken broth, and then I'm gonna take all the meat out, save it and freeze it, and then when I have more, I'm gonna make enchiladas or spaghettis or chimichangas, or there's a lot of stuff that you can do with that meat. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is I am going to wash it with apple cider vinegar. Sometimes I use lemons. It depends what I have. So this is what I do. I just drizzle it with apple cider vinegar, and then I just wash it really well. It helps to get rid of that kind of bloody, smelly thing, like smells like blood sometimes. When I get these packages, I like to freeze them right away, and I take them out when I'm ready to use them. But once I thawed them and clean them, I like to season them, and then I freeze them. So what I'm gonna do with this one now is I am going to give it like a basic seasoning, just salt and pepper, and from this I can make anything. I can add other seasonings, and I can, I can make a lot of stuff just with this basic seasoning. I also like to add a little bit of vinegar, just to preserve the meat really well. So once I do that, once I season the meat, I have this container. So what I do is I separate them. There's all the legs. I can grill these legs, I can fry them, I can do a lot of dishes with this leg. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of the brine or seasoning, or I don't know. So then this is gonna go into the freezer, and it's gonna be ready whenever I want it to cook. Put the lid on. And there you go. I have a ready to go meat. So now with this one, I might have, let me see, I'm gonna separate these ones too. So I think this is too much for me to cook, so let me check. Okay, so I think that sounds right. So this one, I'm gonna cook with this one, and I'm gonna freeze this one. This one I can make a soup with them. I can just mix it with something else, and maybe I'm gonna make arroz con pollo with this one, and it's perfect sizing. So I'm gonna braise this one today because we're gonna eat it. So I have a hot pan, and I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, and I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit, and I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of sugar. I want these caramelized, so before the sugar starts burning, I'm gonna so this is gonna give it a little bit of caramelized, and then I'm just gonna let it sear really good. So cook in a couple of minutes, and you can see that the chicken has that nice caramel color. So now I'm gonna turn. You see? And I'm gonna add a little bit of water, like not too much, but like kind of a tablespoon everywhere. And then I'm gonna cover it with a lid. And every time that the meat dries out, I'm gonna go and add a little bit more water until the meat is really, really tender. So at this point, the chicken have been cooking long enough that I can taste it and see if it's on point on salt, or if it needs something else. So it needs a little bit more salt because the flavors didn't get to, get all the flavors. So I have a little bit of the seasoning the juice that it has when I season it. So I'm not gonna add too much, just a little bit. And I'm gonna put this one inside of the ones that are getting frozen. So I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit more and get all the flavors. But you can see that beautiful color that it has already. The meat have been cooking for about 30 minutes. So now I'm gonna add some onions. You can skip the onion part if you want to. So I'm gonna let the onions cook.
Yum, I love onions.
You love onions, huh? So, if you guys can smell these smell so good. So now I'm gonna taste the onions. Let me taste the meat. The meat is perfect on the salt, but the onions need a little bit of salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the meat out. Oh my goodness. I have to be very careful because it's so tender. Just a tiny itty bitty. Oh, perfect. So this is the meat. and it's so tender. It's like This is a very delicious and affordable meal. I got the chicken, 10 pounds of chicken for $4.50. The rice is 36 cents a pound, I think. My father-in-law, he got me 3 big, huge things of asparagus because they are on sale right now. And yeah, there you have it. This salad kit cost me $2.58. And this is the creamy spaghetti. I made this with the leftover with the meat of the chicken buns that I made chicken broth with. I still have these 2 mason jar full of broth. I have a 2-cup one, and I have a 3-cup. I have 5 cups of chicken broth left to make a soup, to use it in something else. So for this meal, I'm just gonna make some baked chicken drumsticks and some mac and cheese. I got these rotel. I think it was for less than $1, and I got these. They are on sale for 99 cents right now. So, and they only allow you to get one. I have to do a couple of trips to the store to get these ones. So for the chicken, I'm just gonna add some vegetable oil. They are well marinated. It's been like a couple of almost a week since I did the season them, so they were frozen, and right now I'm just gonna put them in there, and I am gonna add some oil.
Honey, make sure you smash the like button. Smash it.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make sure that they get coated with the oil. So there you have it. Really affordable and delicious meal. And just, you don't have to have a sauce because this chicken is so flavorful. It has been marinated for a long time in the freezer, so every bite is gonna be flavorful. But I give my kids the option of getting a sauce if they want to, like a barbecue sauce, sweet and sour, or this jalapeno lime. So there you go. Very, very affordable and easy and delicious meal. Today I'm gonna make arroz con pollo. It's chicken with rice. This is the last of the 10 pounds of chicken quarter legs, or leg chicken quarter, I don't remember. Anyways, so I had some chicken legs that I put in there because we weren't going to eat them all when I made the when I baked them, so I got some left over. So I combined them with the chicken thigh. I have 3 cups of rice, I was gonna use my chicken broth, homemade chicken broth, but it's frozen and I have like 30 minutes to cook, less than that. So I'm just gonna use this chicken bouillon. I might not need the vinegar, but I will have it here just in case. And garlic and tomato paste. So yes, I'm gonna cook with those ingredients. So here I have a very hot pan with about 2 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil.